Hello, soul traveler. Welcome to Mystical Adventures. My name is Ann Vivian. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and we're going to go on a mystical adventure today. We're going to explore March's energy, March 2022. We're going to hear a message from Archangel Zadkiel that I channeled earlier. We are going to take a live caller. We are going to fly around in the mystery and the magic that is March and Pisces. Don't you love it? It's a mystical, magical energy in March. Welcome to the show. My name is Ann Vivian. I like to pull some cards for the month ahead, and I do that for usually every beginning show of every month. And so I'm pulling some cards now to tune into the general energies for the month ahead. I've got a lot going on in the world. You probably have a lot going on in your life. And I tune into the energy and ask for guidance for how we can navigate the energy in the month ahead. So here we have March 2022, and I have been feeling a little bit of a backwards energy, a little bit of a time between time, like we're in some sort of portal of, it's almost like we're slightly out of the time-space continuum in the traditional way. We're sort of in the decisions you make now affect the trajectory of the future, that sense of twilight zone almost in the collective energy, that we're in this portal of time and space expansion, and maybe feeling of, to me, destiny and being in touch with the decisions that we make and how that affects our future. And do we want to course correct? That's just kind of the general energy that I've been feeling personally, and I feel that collectively, that it's a time of cosmic adjustments. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm pulling some cards from Francine Hart's Sacred Geometry. I've got DNA here with the double helix. I've got mandala. I've got seed of life. So the energy I'm getting for March collectively is, it's again, look at that blueprint. You know, the DNA is the blueprint for the human body, or whatever body the DNA is the origin of. And look at your blueprint right now. Look at the blueprints of your life, of your consciousness. We're looking at the blueprint collectively as things are happening in the world, looking at what actions we take now are affecting our destiny. And you are the master of your destiny, my friend. I believe in divine sacred contracts, but in the end, it's your consciousness that creates your reality. So never forget that. So I feel like this is a good time this is a good month to just assess, what are my beliefs? What are my decisions? What are my assumptions? What is the foundation that I'm standing on here? And do I need to tweak that moving forward? Because I can see perhaps a trajectory that I want to see or I don't want to see. Is my life right now in alignment with the structure that I want to build and create? Is the blueprint in alignment with that divine structure I want to create in my life? I feel like with mandala, seed of life, there's a guidance here to center yourself, to use meditation and dreams, to use whatever mindfulness practice, whatever spiritual practice you have, to cultivate your presence of consciousness. I feel like the guidance for March is to use that practice and cultivate your ability to center your consciousness. And that's not necessarily in a head intellectual way. That can be in a heart-centered way. It can be in a body-centered way. But use your spiritual practice to take care of yourself. And as all this chaos is happening perhaps around you in the world, there is a center to your consciousness and a center to divine consciousness within the earth that you can tune into, that you can tap into. There's angelic consciousness always within you and around you. There's divine consciousness. So I feel like the message coming from these cards are, remember that center is always available to you. The Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck has spring, see your seeds grow. And wouldn't you know it, this is the month of spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. So attune yourself with the changing of the seasons, attune yourself with the shift cosmically and the energy of this earth as you shift to the new season. And you can ask yourself, what seeds do I want to plant? What seeds are beginning to grow? How can I come back out from my hibernation back into the world? You've got Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information, and Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. This is a beautiful month for healing, March. This is a beautiful month for receiving any kind of healing, and especially emotional, spiritual healing. This might be a great month to see a healing practitioner for any kind of imbalance, be that physical, emotional, spiritual, relational, mental health. Maybe you need a healer to come into your space and heal your space. Maybe you need an exorcist. You need to heal your physical space or your community. Let's heal the world. And so calling upon your inner healer, calling upon perhaps an actual healer in your community. And remember to take care of your emotions. Check in with yourself. Do I have some needs that aren't being met? Am I falling apart at the seams and just pretending everything's fine? It's a good month to check in with, what do I need? Self-care. I feel like it collectively, there's a lot of emotions happening too. That Piscean energy, you got to love it. It's a very, very emotional, sensitive energy. And you can ride that wave and use that extra sensitivity and psychic awareness that is cosmically happening right now. But you can also get overwhelmed more easily at this time. A lot of people do. So be sure and take care of your psychic energy, your physical body, your emotional energy. Do you need to take some more time for yourself? Do you need to get some more support? Do you need to ask for more time off or a break or treat yourself? Maybe you need to go to the spa. Maybe you need to, maybe you like to go to the gun range. Whatever your thing is, man, this is the time when taking care of yourself can make a really big difference. I pulled some tarot cards, and I have the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and Lovers. So collectively, I feel like the tarot is saying the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, I feel like, are speaking to what's happening now with Russia and Ukraine and globally. And there's loss, there's fear, there's battles. There's a lot of chaos that you can easily tune into if you tune into the collective. And there's also peace and divine support and help. And there's also your inner world. I have a friend who suggests, when there's a war going on in the world, when there's strife collectively that's in the collective consciousness of what's happening, it brings up my own inner battles, my own inner wars. And is that happening to you, my friend? Sometimes the collective dynamics can bring up internally our own related dynamics. So Lovers, I feel like, this is about healing. This is about balance and balancing the masculine and feminine. It's about partnerships and relationships, balancing the forces within you. Pay attention to your own inner consciousness and how you're responding to collective events. And pay attention to if you're unconsciously reacting, and take time to soothe your soul, to understand what's bringing things up, to understand what you're in control of here and what you're not in control of. Because that is the place of power, is in this present moment, what can I actually control? We have the power to choose our thoughts. We have the power of prayer. We have the power of intention. We have the power of action. And some things we can change and are able to affect, and some things are out of our control. And so pay attention to how you're being affected by the news, by what's happening in the world. And remember to zero in on not only your compassion for what's happening, but what can I actually control, and letting go of what's outside of your sphere of influence, so that you can be as thriving as possible for yourself and the world. Those were the messages for March 2022. I'm going to read to you the message I channeled from Archangel Zadkiel, who is the spirit helper for this month. Remember, anytime you tune in, and I wanted to pull one angel card, excuse me. Anytime you tune in, even though this is specifically channeled messages for March 2022, it's the right time for you to hear it. So if you're watching an archived episode or listening in another time, you need to hear this message right now. I've got Shamuel, adoration. I've got gratitude for angel cards. Attitude of gratitude and adoration. Remember to appreciate the love that you receive, but also the love that you give. It's an honor and a privilege to give love. It's an honor and a privilege to send prayers, and be grateful that we have the ability to send prayers, receive prayers. Be grateful for all the love in your life and watch it magnify. Every month I open myself up to a higher consciousness and ask for a higher consciousness being, be that angel, ascended master, plant spirit, animal spirit, star being, to offer a message of hope and wisdom for me and my audience for the month ahead. I also do it weekly. This month, Zadkiel came on into my meditation. Hello, Archangel Zadkiel. You might remember Archangel Zadkiel from the Bible. He was the angel who appeared to Abraham right before he was about to sacrifice Isaac, his son Isaac, to prove his trust and obedience to God. And so Zadkiel, preventing Abraham from sacrificing his son, has given Zadkiel a reputation for mercy, benevolence, compassion. There's also an association with Zadkiel and healing. There's an association with Archangel Zadkiel and memory. Some people call upon him, I have before, with some luck, with some very good results for finding lost objects. He's also great for scholastic endeavors, anything having to do with memory, focus. And you can call upon him for help with forgiveness as well. So here is a message from Archangel Zadkiel for March 2022. It is time, my beloved, to focus your mind and gain control of this resource for your benefit and others. There are many avenues to explore in your mind for increasing your ability to use information presented to you this month. Allow the recesses and memory structures of your mind to be resources for storing information and consciousness that is most valuable to you. Restructure your mind with my help by asking for guidance about what is best for you to remember at any given time. Ask for help, and we will also oblige for help with focus and mind control. Forgiveness is a relevant subject when it comes to using your mind powerfully to do the work of divinity. Empty your mind of extraneous information by asking for forgiveness and forgiving others in any situation or regarding any matter in which there is a tightness between you two. This will allow energy to flow better in your mind and for you to remember things with more power and relevance. The power of forgiveness is it does release all toxic energy of a lower vibration that can clog up your mind and physical matter, yes, your body. Allow forgiveness to wash away any structures to flow a higher vibrational. Let me start over. Allow forgiveness to wash away any of these lower vibrational thought forms or blockages and open up your soul and mind body structures to the flow of higher vibrational resources, information, and systems for keeping your mind clear, bright, and focused. Your mind has a huge capacity to store information and discern specific memories and subject matter, which will open doors and unlock that which seems unattainable. If you will only shift into the consciousness of the mind, the sort of which I am talking about now. Do not hesitate to open the doors to your mind by first thinking of the higher consciousness scheme, subject matter, or intent of the task at hand. As you call upon your higher guidance from above and clarify your intention, you also open the channels for your super consciousness and God's higher wisdom to enter your mind structures. It is in a state of allowing that true genius is achieved. Open your mind and allow the gates to swing open. You will find in this state of receptivity, magic happens. You are the receiver of divine guidance, support, and higher ideas that may not even occur to your lower mind. Use this in any matter. The state of the world right now is one of fear and focus on injustice. Use your mind to allow higher consciousness, love, and energies that support a world of love and peace to filter through and inform your actions. This shifting of energy connects with others on the globe and can raise the vibration collectively to allow more support and positive influence to stream into the planet. There is a war on the planet, but also peace and serenity. Be a channel for the latter as you align your mind with the intention and the incredible power of prayer and directed focus. Know that you are protected and there is a divine flow of support that is being offered to you and all of humanity at this time. Thank you for that message, Archangel Zadkiel. And before I take my lovely caller, who I know is waiting on the line, I just want to encourage you, my beautiful listener and audience, to use forgiveness to open the channels of your mind. Use the power of your mind in prayer to be a part of positive change in this globe. It is the part of the show I get excited about when I get to take a caller, and I have Karen from Ontario, Canada on the line. Hi, Karen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Oh, I'm
Can you hear
so
me?
delighted and grateful that you called. I can. And this is Anne Vivian speaking. We're talking about forgiveness. We're talking about using the power of forgiveness to open up channels in your mind. We're talking about intention setting. Do you feel like you're able to use the power of forgiveness in your life, Karen?
I'm trying. It's been hard. It's been very hard.
It's a lifelong craft to understand how to forgive and how to accept, isn't it? It's something you spend a whole lifetime mastering.
I've been trying for years to forgive certain people and things in my past.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to feel the feelings, and it's not completely there. Sometimes you have to feel the feelings before you can, process them and let them go. And sometimes it is a process. So Karen, are you calling about that, or do you have another specific question? How can I help you today?
Well, I just wanted to know what the next year holds for me.
You wanted to know the next step for you? You cut out just a smidge.
Yeah, I just want to know what you see in the next year coming up for me.
The next year. All right. Karen, I am going to tune into your energy. It'll just be a moment of silence. If you could just focus your intention on opening your energy so I can read you, that would be helpful. Okay?
Okay.
So just be a moment of silence as I tune into your energy, Karen.
Okay.
So Karen, as I tune into your energy, I feel this beautiful giving vibration, that you are an incredibly giving person, and perhaps over giving sometimes. Your strength is that you're so giving, but maybe sometimes you have trouble taking care of yourself and giving too much. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I do that a lot.
And yeah, and I feel like, it's almost like a sense of people taking advantage of you, or people in the past. I know you said you have some forgiveness work to do, but it's this feeling of you weren't treated very well by certain people in the last year. I mean, I feel not that long ago. And I feel like, and I feel like that's coming up in your aura. And I feel like just your energy is a little bit burnt out, and that you need a break is also something I'm feeling. And just this, this energy, that beautiful part of you that loves to give, wants to give more, but that, you're questioning, maybe I'm giving too much and I need to take a step back.
Yeah.
So, right. So I pulled some cards for you, and you wanted to look at, what's happening for the year ahead. I like to not just look at the future trajectory of what's happening with you, but I like to help you understand your energy now and how that's affecting the future trajectory. It's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning of the show. This is a time where a lot of people are sort of assessing, how is my current energy and consciousness affecting my future destiny? So I like to take a look at your current energy and how that's affecting your future destiny, because, we're in the driver's seat here in one sense. In another sense, it is spirit. But in one sense, our choices and what we focus on and how we cultivate our own consciousness has a huge effect on what happens in our life, right? So I'm feeling right now, when I tune into your energy, Karen, that you are working on doing a lot of letting go and tuning into your own spiritual center, that you're getting ready for change and you're not quite ready for change. So I feel like once you're actually ready to empower yourself and take steps towards creating positive change in your life and letting go of some things that you need to let go of, then you're going to be in a real position of power to take things on the road, to take things to the higher level where you want to take them. And I feel like you just doing the work right now to get some clarity is going to help you. You doing some reflecting, you focusing on what's weighing you down. What's your burden is what I would ask myself, Karen. And really trying to have a come to Jesus talk with yourself, Karen. What do I need to let go of here? Not just resentments. I need to maybe do some forgiveness, but I need to maybe shift how I interact with people. I need to maybe understand my needs better so I can meet my needs better. And I feel like a part of you realizes there needs to be some confrontation perhaps in your life. There needs to be some difficult communication, maybe setting boundaries, letting people know how they've affected you. And there's a part of you that is avoiding that. It feels like that's a challenge for you, is to
it is.
Right. Yeah. Because you've got Ace of Swords as your challenge card. And that, this tells me you can do it, that you can stand in your power, be really clear, be really precise and decisive and confident, and just cut it like a knife. This is what I need to say. But also that's your challenge and you're working up to it. And one thing that can help you, I feel like, Karen, with this is, don't look at this as so black and white. It's not, I'm fighting a battle or I'm perfectly at peace and serene. I can communicate with compassion. I can communicate in a centered, grounded way, but also confront when I need to confront or speak a difficult truth. It doesn't need to be, complete chaos and fighting and battles, or complete peace. It can be, I can find a way to sort of bring both together. So the year ahead, I think you're really going to develop some confidence, Karen. I feel like you are going to have someone who's going to help you. It could be a female. I've got the Queen of Swords here. And I feel like she is going to help you to move forward and make difficult decisions and stand in your power And I feel like what you really need to do is figure out how to rebuild a system of support around you, and she's going to help you do that. And I feel like you really need to do some letting go, and that's really going to be your power this year. Is it's going to open up a lot of doorways in your life to understanding yourself better and meeting your needs. We are coming to the end of the show, but does that make sense?
It does make sense. It does make sense.
I think you are going to find your power and create the destiny you want to create. And you just need to do some reflecting and meditating and soul searching to come to some clarity here, Karen. So I hope that was helpful.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling in, my dear. And I hope you have a beautiful week.
Thank you for taking the call. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Bye, Karen. Blessed be. And I want to thank you, my beautiful soul traveler, for tuning in today. This has been Ann Vivian on Mystical Adventures. If you're in the Connecticut area, please check out my Facebook page. I have some groups coming up March 12th at the Red Barn in Durham, the Red Barn Holistic Art Center. I've got multidimensional manifesting and a dream circle happening in person on March 12th. So check out my Facebook page, Creative Psyche Studio, my website, creativepsychestudio.com for more info. And I've got other groups happening as well. So check out my social media pages, and I look forward to connecting, and I will see you next show. Have a great week and a great March.